It's a cloudy morning in Johannesburg. Perfect weather for running. It's the Motsepe Foundation Race to Equality, celebrating Women's Day, International Women's Day, just a few days ago. This is a symbolic event. To us a little bit more about that. Alongside me, I have Motsepe. Who are we looking out for this morning?
Perfect weather condition, and absolutely cannot wait to see the likes of Elroy Geland, South African 5,000 meter record holder.
Correct.
Is in the mix. Well, the man is a two-time Olympian, and last year also managed to finish in the Tokyo Olympics, and as just after that dreaded
the heat
London Marathon.
Oh yeah, water points for refreshment stations, and as we mentioned, we're spotting right there Elroy Geland in that lead bunch. He is wearing the colors of Boxer Athletic Club, and that is the lead bunch. And there we have it, Elroy Geland in the colors of Boxer. To his right, Libinyankoka Max Delete. He won the Pirate Half Marathon on this similar course. As the runners come behind him, we see David Manja. And behind David Manja was the face of Lucky Mohale, a former SA 10 kilometer and a half marathon champion. And David Manja there is a man who is raced quite a bit already in 2022. They will come down the hill. They are running through Westcliff, one of Johannesburg's oldest suburbs. On the right of screen, the left of the runners, you see those old stone walls. That's an area where what were called then the landlords, the mining bosses, used to live around this Westcliff area. It's the leafy northern, central to northern suburbs of Johannesburg, and this is they will hurtle downhill here because it is quite a steep decline as they'll come around the corner, around the bend, running down towards the Wits University, which will be in front of them. And there they are. It's still that lead bunch of 10 to 15 athletes. One athlete we have not managed to spot in this lead bunch, as Elroy Geland commands it, is Desmond Mokhobu, who we mentioned earlier on as being someone to watch. Perhaps he's seated quite comfortably there at the back. But it looks like Elroy putting in a bit of a surge as they go down this stretch there. As they say, they are now spinning out into single file. And now they will start to climb ever so slightly as they go to cross, if they continue on this path, the main Empire Road, which is one of the busy intersections here in Johannesburg. So this is just a very slight incline, and they will continue here. Definitely a surge there, Tabo.
Oh, absolutely.
Elroy putting down the hammer.
Well, he effortlessly just got away from them. I think they were still looking at the road, and all of a sudden, as he went down, he just went together with it. Look at him, 10 meters almost.
Yeah, he's got a couple of meters on them. The man that we mentioned we hadn't seen is lying in fourth, Desmond Mokhobu. He is a foxy and wily performer. So watch it yet. He'll be sitting biding his time. We have not reached 10 kilometers yet, so it's still early days in this race to Motsepe. I beg your pardon, Motsepe Foundation Race to Equality. But ever so slightly again, another downhill, and you'll watch Elroy Geland press as it now looks to be the stage of the race where Geland is taking control of this 21 kilometers. He was certainly feeling them out. As you say, Thabo Molete, he's dropped some, and they're in single file, so it's just a lead bunch of four. Who's in that lead bunch? You're tuning in, asking here as you tune into Athletics South Africa's webpage to watch this live stream of the Motsepe Foundation's Race to Equality. It might be Ian Slinger, I'm not sure, next to him. And
one
then
of the youngsters. Well, it's his pace. Of course, it's him with the glasses. You can see the resemblance there between the guys. Ian Sillinger, 10,000 meter guy there from Potchefstroom. So you can see the Potchefstroomers absolutely showing the guys waar David die bortels begraven.
He climbs and then they will descend.
Yes.
They will climb and then they will descend. When they descend, you will see the pace increase, but the climbs, some of them in this area of Johannesburg, quite steep. So it will be sapping the energy of the runners.
Sun as well. The sun is coming out and it's peeking through the clouds, and that's when it's at its most dangerous.
They'll be going over the Mandela Bridge now, And looks like we have a race on our hands here as they race for 21,000 rand.
Well, one man has since been dropped.
Last 3 kilometers in particular, the man that looks to have been dropped to someone we expected to be there and thereabout is Lebinyang Koka. The man from list 4 are the men in form, and the winner will come from here as Mokhobu now puts in a slight surge coming uphill, looks back behind him. Barke munna wa lefahla, munna wa Limpopo, Desmond Mokhobu, munna wa Barana. And what he likes to do whenever he performs well, Tabo, he just brushes that lefahla.
What is happening here? That surge has just made a bit of a shuffle as the two Potchefstroomers are left behind.
And that's exactly what Desmond Mokhobu is doing now as you watch the shot here going past the residences of the University of Johannesburg. A noticeable surge coming out of that water table as Mokhobu and Manja take it, leaving the Potchefstroom manna behind there in Elroy Galant and Ian Sellinger. It's a definite break. Mokhobu and Manja going at it to equality. Desmond Mokhobu taking the lead here. Thabo Molete, is this the decisive move?
Yeah, Link, indeed. We can see that he's dropped not only the two guys from Potchefstroom, but the man from Lesotho is also since seemed to have gone away out of this one.
And Ian Slinger have worked hard through the streets of Melville. They have closed that gap on Desmond Mokhobu, who is now also running alone, so it's a little bit more difficult when you're out there on your own. Another surge, Mr. Molete. It's another surge, Mr. Molete. Desmond Mokhobu in the colors of Nziga. Desmond Mokhobu has already enjoyed victory in 2022, having won the Discam Half Marathon, having won the PMC Family Road Race. He's turning left and headed towards Marks Park. He can see the stadium in sight, but Elroy Galant has not given up chase yet. He's chasing him down, knowing that if they can get into the stadium together, Marks Park together, then they can probably have a chance of winning the race.
Charmaton wins the 10-kilometer race. Absolutely incredible, as you saw there on site. The Charmaton was the man that took the guys there. The Motsepe Foundation 10-kilometer champion, the 1,500 meter specialist, the man hailing from the UJ University, is the champion here at the Motsepe Foundation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the intensity is rising. It is the 21-kilometer race. Well, is it the man with Mpandlani that has put the hammer down? Is he going to put the guys to the sword as we enter the final part of this encounter? The business end. The race is on. Look at him go. He's flying. He's gliding as he's tearing them apart. Galant seeming to go away. Who's going to stick with him?
Desmond Mokhobu, Munawala Fata, best at Elroy Galant, the third half marathon victory in 2022. Your champion of the Motsepe Foundation Race to Equality, Desmond Mokhobu, does it.
Well, there comes the runners-up in Elroy Galant and Ian Sillinger.
1,000 rand for the men, 21,000 rand for the women, and it means also a clean sweep for the Zoo Lake group of Hendrik Ramala in the men's races as Desmond Mokhobu wins the 21 and Maxime Chamonton wins the 10. What a wonderful arsenal of performers here in the 10K. We've seen Kabelo Siboko, we've seen Nicholas Siposengwe, we've seen Pilani Butelezi all running the 10K and doing very well as they performed here in the 10 kilometers. But this is the 21 kilometer we're watching now as the top 3 finishers. Youngster, you take the number 2 today.
Oh, that's a great
one. Dan deel ons dit almal.
Well, that's incredible to see that it's not. Julle moet my nie ook vergeet, you will never forget.
Now then, let's go down to the finish line where our colleague Reggie Hufke is talking to Elroy Galant.
Yeah, obviously this is my first official race after Olympics, you know. I've got about 8 weeks of good foundation-based training in my legs, about 180 kilometers per week. So for me it was just to see where I'm currently with my training, you know. There's big things ahead this year, World Championships in Oregon in the US. So this was really for me just a fitness test to see where I am. obviously it's a tough race, you know, with the hills and that. So I couldn't actually test my speed, but I mean with the strength, it's quite there. My teammate Ian, I just told him, let's keep it easy, let's keep it easy. And as we kept it easy, the guys actually came back to us, you know. It just shows in terms of the strength that we actually have, you know, yeah.
So where did you decide, okay, we want to break up this race?
To be honest, I think it was around about, say, 13 kilometers, you know, when we went up Constitutional Hill. It's quite a big hill, you know, a tough hill. So I think there's where we pulled away. I think we were about 5 guys that pulled away. And here by 17 kilometers, Desmond broke away. But for us, it was really, I told Ian, just hold back, don't chase, you know. It's not about anything about winning this race, it's really about fitness, you know.
Look, after 2-3 years of almost not racing, yeah, the Motsepe Foundation comes back and gives this opportunity. Anything you have to say about that?
Yeah, definitely. It's an honor for us, you know, to actually run at the Motsepe Foundation, you know, and I'm actually blessed, or we blessed as athletes for these kind of people to actually put back into athletics, you know. So this is a real good stepping stone for us as athletes, you know, to keep athletics alive after this 2 years of the pandemic. I think
Intention from the start of the race, what was it?
Not really intentions, just coming to run a race, just feel how the body feels after all the hard work being put in so far. And I must say I'm quite happy with the performance, because obviously we haven't done any real work yet, so it's just picking up the mileage and that's it for now. So we're not in a rush to run fast times as of yet. As you know, the season is still very long and we only want to peak at SA, so we're making sure we peak at the right time.
So you're looking at peaking next month, basically in April, and then ahead, what's the plans for the rest of the year?
I'm thinking of maybe running a few Grand Prix, but we'll see how it goes, because obviously with the schedule it's tight with work and all of that also in between. And definitely looking forward to the SA21, SA10 in Durban. So those are the major races that I want to compete in and actually do well there.
The prize purse that you'll be walking away today, courtesy of the Motsepe Foundation. Are you happy about that?
Well, that's a lot of money that they're giving up, so I'm quite happy with the amount I'll be getting today. And yeah, I think it's really good for the sport as well. Obviously, there are guys that only run for a living, so I think this is a good step in the right direction.
Thank you so much. Is that when you decided, okay, this race is mine for the taking?
From the start, I know I'm going to win this race because you know it's my home champion, you know. So I'm always training here. So my race, my training was okay.
Look, this race is all about equality, gender equality. But was the road equal to you? How was the course out there?
Yeah, the course was tough, eh? Because I checked from the start. Because I was still talking to my coach. I say this race for maybe from 10k until 12k, from 10k until from 15k was tough for us. So I'm saying already this race, you need more training, and then we're preparing for other race.
Look, the Motsepe Foundation is all about equality, and especially gender equality that they're pushing out now. How is it for you to see so many, especially women, coming out here and racing?
I think for this race, for Motsepe race, for gender equality, I say, or for basadi ba batle mo ke thabela go le phoso batle mo or batlo matalo, at least for o emela basadi ba bangwe ba ile re batle mo ke thabile go le for this race or EDH.
For the young athletes, would you encourage them to come out and join us next year so that we can stand together more?
I'm saying for young kids, ba interested more about racing, and then about to compete sharp, and then the other races from cross country for track and field. I'm saying about and then opportunity sharp tailoring for health, evenly. Anything any sports interested goes on
Desmond Mokhobu, thank you so much.
I thank you for everyone, for my training partner, even my coach, everyone who come here, and thank you for Motsepe for this race, or at least for our honor this race. Remember, for these 2 years, really kara lockdown because of the corona and the race. I'm saying South Africa about this race, even the race to Thank you.